Edward Joseph Cannon. I am an SES with the Navy. Kind of identifying the needs in the field, multi-pronged. So first thing is, I'll talk about our business activities, and I'll talk about some of the other areas. So in the business activities, it's really pretty easy to measure in the sense of the money talks. So we run food and beverage operations, we run tickets and tours and other events where we charge our customers to use that. We charge sailors to use that. And so they're telling us by paying. If they don't like the food that we're providing, we know we have to tweak the menus to make sure it's providing what they're looking for. If we're not covering all of our costs in our trips and our tours, it's partly because we're not offering them exactly what the customer's looking for. But saying that, even with that, we're always looking at trends, we're always looking at how do we change even internally, and then separately, we do have extensive survey mechanisms where every one of our programs is certified or accredited. In some cases it's an internal accreditation, in other cases it's a national accreditation or certification. So every one of those have metrics that talk about staffing, quantity and quality, staff training, customer service. So we'll be measured on what our customers think about us, but we also look internally about, are we meeting those standards that have been established for fitness, for clinical counseling, for housing registration, for inspections. And so it really is multi-pronged, but it is based on first establishing metrics and measures, and then using the data from commercial entities as well as our own internal surveys. But first of all, I have to give all the credit to those before me. We in the Navy have really focused through the years on quality of life training. So where a sailor is trained on how to use his weapon, learned on how to fight, we in the Navy have spent a lot of time in our part of the program on customer service, on customer delivery, on understanding the customer. So, through the years, we would have even what you would consider very basic building blocks of when you first come into the program. Let's go through a mock example of a customer that's not happy with you. Let's go through a mock example of a customer who's really stressed with their finances. How do you talk to them? How do you work through those issues? How do you look for those issues and kind of understand them? So we've always had a very solid background in customer-focused support and training. And then, as you move up the ladder, more training on the business side of it, the accounting side of it, because we are part of a government entity, and it's big business at the headquarters level, and you have to know how to run a balance sheet. You have to know your debits and credits. You have to understand about capital improvements. You need to understand about setting money aside for the future to renovate your facilities. So through the years, I've been privileged to get some of that internal training, but also I can't thank Naval Sea Systems enough. They wound up having a program. I don't know if they still have it, but back when I was working there, you could apply for it, and if you got selected, Indiana University offered a master's in public administration, that they actually brought the instructors to Navy Sea Systems Command. And so they focused on two main areas, Washington, D.C., and then out in the West Coast. And so we would rotate. The professors would be in the West Coast, and we would go out there for a week as part of a course, or the professors came to us. So I like to say that except for, I worked one trip to Crane, Indiana, one of our bases in Indiana, and during that time I drove to Indiana University main campus and walked on the campus, so I could at least say that my degree from Indiana University, I actually went to Indiana University, but I never had a class at IU. But that was a great example, and something that NAVSEA looked at. They understood that we need to have people that are well-rounded, and they're willing to put that commitment in as long as we were willing to put that commitment in. So to me, that was a big jump start for me as a middle to rising manager at that point. NAVSEA, when I first went there, we were at Crystal City, and then due to BRAC, they moved the whole headquarters to the Washington Navy Yard. So yes, by the time I left Naval Sea Systems Command and finished my master's degree, I was at the Washington Navy Yard.